Today I'm going to be pushing in the trophy range that many lava players are stuck at right now, around 1800 Ultimate Champion medals to 2300, and a lot of people stay stuck there the whole season. So my goal is to help you guys understand what you're going to face and how to beat popular matchups at this stage of ladder. So obviously we've got splashyard first. I would assume splashyard here because with the graveyard, the baby dragon, the tombstone, it looks like splashyard, and a poison as well. So he is very offensive in the start of the game, and we're able to deal with that pretty easily, and we're going to get some nice skelly drag connections and just take the lead. So I mean, a lot of these players that you're going to be facing are not experts with their decks, so you're going to be able to capitalize off of mistakes. The biggest thing about splashyard is you should not try and get a balloon through, because unless they make a big mistake, they shouldn't be able to not or fail defense on a balloon, is what I'm saying. They have tombstone, ice wizard, tornado. It should be very easy to defend balloons, but what you're looking for is if your opponent wastes air cards. Wasting air cards and wasting the knight is the biggest thing that will cause splashyard players to lose. Now, as you can see, he's done both of those things. We're just going to Mega Minion and Barbs. Little does he realize that going all in on offense is a really bad play, because now he has no elixir. The predicament he's in now is why you gotta just let the baby dragon die there. Now you gotta pick a lane to defend, and now I guarantee you, I can't see his elixir, but he's sitting at like 1. He has to deal with the Barbs and the left lane, and we already got our damage in the left lane. Like, look at this. It's just basically, you can't let the splashyard player counter push you, but at the same time they can't let you counter push them. So as you can see, he just we pressured one lane, defended with elite Barbs in the other lane, and we 3-crowned him easy. So we've got another splashyard player here. Awake also plays splashyard. So we have another chance to show you. Splashyard's very, very popular around this range. So I have another chance to show you how to play against splashyard. And it looks like he's right off to making the same mistakes as the last guy. Why? I guarantee you right now he's on his stream whining about lava first play. Even though that's like, man, the only thing like I hate about some Clash Royale players is they fail to like just improve upon their mistakes. Like, you've got to realize when something is your fault and it's not the game being rigged. Like, here is the same thing that happened in the last game. He used his baby dragon and he used his tombstone, and so now I'm gonna go balloon, because how the hell are you gonna stop my balloon? And he's also got to worry about dealing with these Barbs, because he decided to go with a random night graveyard push when I had Barbs in cycle. So we're just gonna follow up the drags here, because he uses a baby dragon, he uses a tornado. I'm gonna give him a question mark, because what the hell is this? My man has no elixir. He tried to get the knight down at 0, but it didn't work for him. Or actually, it would have been at 3. It didn't work for him. We're just going to use a tombstone, and the game's already over. That's literally all you need. Is simple tips against splashyard. Take advantage of them wasting cards in single, because it may seem scummy to go lava first play or whatever. It's not lava first play. You're lava-ing, is that the right grammar? You're lava-ing in response to them being imbeciles. So this is the last two splashyard players kind of represent. I think it's a good sample size of what you're going to face around these mid-ladder range. And so he gave up because he wasted cards. He needs to play perfectly in single to avoid getting 3-crown. Actually, you don't even need to do that. You just need to use some freaking brain knowledge. So if they don't use any brain knowledge, we're just going to go ahead and capitalize on the mistakes I said. Capitalize on them wasting air cards, wasting tombstone, and always make sure you save Barbs for his graveyard. Okay, we've got K-Bolt 42 here from Quantum North. Keep in mind, guys, the main decks in mid-ladder, or not even mid-ladder, just this range, you're going to face a lot of bait, a lot of graveyard, a lot of lava. So that's going to be, and also a lot of lava counters. So have patience with yourself, because you're not going to be able to beat everything. Just make sure that every game you lose, you're looking at why you're losing and what plays you can do to improve on those losses. So this man is spamming me. I'm honestly just going to lava first play, because I don't normally do this. That is a very, very rare play from me, but I like the play because nothing has happened in the first 35 seconds of the game, and typically, if your opponent wants to wait till double, that is not good for you. So we've got to do something here. And I like the fact that I had a nice little hand with the barbarians too. So in case we got pressured opposite lane, I would be able to get out of it. Even if it meant my lava was going to do no damage, I kind of only did the lava to start the game. And we just won because this guy, I guess, got starting handed? I mean, I want to be ashamed of myself for going lava first play and kind of starting handing him, but at the same time, you did this to yourself. He's the one who decided not to play anything, so we just kind of stomped on a graveyard freeze player by dominating early game. That's why tombstone first play and then lava is always good in this range, because these players are not good enough to handle it. So keep that in mind, guys. Okay, we've got Challenger from TDC Esports here. Okay, there's our log bait. So we're just going to barbs here because I think that's a good play just to try and cycle to the evolved barbs. And plus they full countered this and I get to save both my air cards. So I think that was just a good play there. Typically in matchups with log bait, you're going to need to deal with their evolved knight. So you always want to make sure that you're never overcommitting against log bait. Want to be very patient and very passive against log bait because even one small overcommitment in single elixir will lose you the game because you won't have any elixir. So we're going to go lava over here in this left lane here. And we've got 2 air counters and a fireball as well, so I feel good about defending anything here. We're actually going to go Mega Minion up here. It's going to block the princess and kill this knight. And he's going to go with his... okay, honestly, I'm just going to balloon here. And he can rocket. We're just going to probably zap this over here. And we're going to try and get at least some death bomb damage. Doesn't look like we're going to get death. Actually, we are. Okay, so that's not too shabby. Damage is really hard to come by in this matchup, so we'll take any that we can get. We just want to be passive, though, for now. We don't want to take excess damage. I'm going to go Skelly Dragons here. I like this play. And we're just going to fireball this barrel. I guess I could have waited for the knight to come into the barrel range, but I don't think that mattered. The knight only got 1 hit, so now he uses his goblin gang. And the biggest thing is you want to kind of time your lavas properly, because if he can just stack princesses and knights, that's really bad for you. So ideally we go lava after he uses one of his princesses or one of his knights. So I'm just planting a tombstone behind my weaker tower here to help deal with any pressure like a barrel or something. We're kind of going to force him into the opposite lane as well, which is fine for me because I can tank a little bit of damage in my healthier lane usually in pretty much any matchup. So we've got the evolved barbs. I'm going to play them early in the back because evolved knight graveyard. I'm sorry, Goblin Barrel is a typical play in this range as well. So as you can see, the evolved barbs got a ton of value there. Now he's got to deal with a small counter push. I would think he would rocket this balloon. He decides not to rocket it, which is a very interesting play. Usually people will try and do anything they can to not rocket, and that will backfire. So that's the whole thing with creating a sort of a counter push, is it will kind of throw off your opponent, because if you can skit troops on the field or get skelly drags in your hand, stuff like that, for when they go rocket, you can kind of force them to either not go rocket or just try and find some alternative way to deal with your balloon. So he tried to use the Inferno Tower and failed, so we were able to get that sweet victory. And if he had used rocket, I would have followed up with either Mega Minion, Barbs, or Skelly Dragons. Okay, we've got 9 from Nice Strategy here. 9, this name feels so familiar. I don't know why. Maybe I faced him on stream earlier. Shout out to my stream. I'm live on Twitch every day, my friends. And soon I will be switching to a stream schedule when college starts that many of you guys will be able to attend. 8 p.m. Pacific time to 11 p.m. Pacific time. So that's going to be fun, guys. I'd love to see you guys there. And yeah, we're going to lava. Just going to kind of wait for this lava to get in front of this Mega Minion, then play this Mega Minion like this. And it's nice here. You saw that message? Twitch subscribers get my friend link. So if you want to add me, either join the YouTube membership or you can subscribe on Twitch. So yeah. We're going to go with the Skelly Drags, actually, because you don't have, like, he doesn't have the most elixir in the world, and the thing is the muskie locks onto okay, that's fine. So we're just gonna fireball, make sure we hit the tower to get the chip damage, and it's just the skelly drags are a nice little, they create extra pressure and they create opportunity for more damage, and they also force our opponent to play a little extra elixir, so that's good for us. We just follow up with the tombstone. If he logs, it's whatever. I genuinely don't think he was sitting on 6 elixir. I think he hogged at 4. So I don't think he could have logged there. But basically, you saw how we got pulled to that bomb tower. Now my next strategy is to go LAVALOON and push the balloon out of range of that bomb tower so we can connect to his tower. So we're going to play defensively until we can go ahead and do that. I'm actually going to lava here now because he did just use his hog. So if he's going to use his hog like that, we can kind of just tank these goblins because the goblins don't quite take the tower. Wait, no, they don't take. Do they? Oh, they do. That's a bummer, but we're still going to do the same thing. They barely took, okay? To be fair, they barely took. As you can see, I nudged with the Skelly Dragons, and it no longer goes towards the bomb tower. So we're going to go ahead and take this tower now that he wasted his bomb tower. To be fair, he didn't waste it, but now that he used his bomb tower, following up with the barbs to apply extra pressure, and we take out that first musketeer. I'm tombstoning on offense. Don't judge me. Just rock with it. And as you can see, we forced out a defensive earthquake. So there you go. Boom. That offensive tombstone just won us the game. So as you can see, the Skelly Dragon nudging the balloon can be very powerful in certain situations. Okay, we've got Himeno. That banner is cursed, by the way. That banner is cursed. All the banners in this season, in the season shop, or like not season shop, sorry. Barbs on hog, first play, no hits. But yeah, all the banners this season are ass. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I know Clash Royale is like the best art team in mobile gaming, and you come up with that. Like, I understand it's a Clash-orama season, but damn, they suck, dude. Okay, enough about that. We're going to be wrapping up this Mega Knight here, and hopefully we can just not have to deal with anything else for a couple seconds so I can regroup and maybe go with the lava. But yeah, so he has Mega Knight Hog Rider, typical mid-ladder menace kind of thing you're going to face in mid-ladder. So we're going to be tombstoning just like this because it's a safe passive play. It's going to help defend my weaker tower, and it allows me to go lava, and it just allows me to go with the more freer lava, you know. So we're going to go actually with these barbs. One of the barbs is going to split and come over to the Dark Prince, and so that's good because I think he fully counters it. Yeah, that's beautiful. So we were able to counter the hog. Now we've got a big counter push, which is why it was so important to split those barbs at the time we did it, because we got a, what was that, a +3 elixir trade on his little split lane push, and that kind of helped out against, or we went lava, so we were down in elixir, and it helped us get back on track. So we're just going to sack the rest of this Mega Knight because he's low enough already. And so as you can see, he didn't even get that much damage, and it's more beneficial for me to go offense when he has low elixir, because you know he doesn't have much elixir after going with that E-Wizard. And so now all that needs to happen is we're just going to 3-crown him. So I'm sorry I didn't turn on Do Not Disturb. I had not been messaged the entire recording session until it's just hell, dude. It's just hell. Like I haven't been messaged, and I'm like, okay, you know what, we don't need to turn on Do Not Disturb, and then I get like 10 notifications. So yeah, that is just wonderful. Okay, we've got Spicy Nachos. He's my boy. Spicy Nachos typically plays log bait, stuff like that. So that might be what he's playing now. I'm not too sure. Obviously, okay, with the barbs first play, it doesn't really look like log bait. Okay, well, that's definitely not log bait now. But that's usually what I do. I'm sending the question mark because what the hell is this guy playing? He's a log bait man. And like, what are you doing with the fireball and the barbs? Maybe you were running a mirror matchup. That would be kind of fun, actually. I can't lose to a log bait main in a mirror matchup. That would be embarrassing. Okay, it's not. But yeah, that's typically what I do for barb split. I either split my own barbs, which is the ideal play, or I split drags. I'd rather split barbs, but I didn't have barbs yet, so I went with the drags, and he fireballed, so then I went barbs. And he is playing Eagle. Of course he is playing Eagle, because Eagle is one of the best decks in the meta right now. It is super good. So this is a tough matchup, but we're going to be able to get through it, inshallah. We're going to fireball here. Not my proudest fireball, but we're going to be able to save this tower. So I think that was worth it. And then we're going to follow up with these drags as well to help out against this Night Witch. We actually forced out a fireball pretty early, which is good for me because now we're going to be able to get hella value out of our barbs. So yeah, beautiful. That's going to be the biggest thing about this matchup is fireball baiting. He doesn't have good way. If this is the typical E-Golem deck you're going to face with fireball arrows, there's a couple variations, but the core of the deck is the same. The biggest thing is keeping your drags alive and fireball baiting. He can't kill your drags other than with a fireball, and once he fireballs your drags, your barbarians are going to get a ton of value. So this tombstone's going to do a good job against these barbs. We might also need to split barbs, though it depends. I'm actually going to go ahead and Mega Minion, because this Mega Minion is in the same lane as my offense. So it's going to eventually, if we ever stop this push, it is going to help out my defense, or my offense. So we're just going to go ahead and... Look at this. Look at this, dude. This is nonsensical. Oh my god, I'm going to lose my king tower. Okay, well, that was a clutch zap. Thank you, Mega Minion, for not targeting the barbs, you idiot. I'm sorry, I can't hate on my Mega Minion. I love the Mega Minion, dude. But, dude, okay, we've got a counter push. Loki, we've got a counter push. Bad Night Witch. He kind of threw a Night Witch into the fire. We're actually going to barbs, and we're going to pull this E-Golem to my Princess Tower. This position with the tombstone. Look at the Mega Minion. Oh, my gosh, look at the Mega Minion. Okay, he's going to take the tower all the way down to 141, but as I was saying, he's just feeding me fireball value. We're actually going to go ahead and kill the Skelly King in a second as well. And he's feeding me value, guys. Like, he's just feeding me value. So, as you can see, fireball baiting is really important in this matchup, and that tombstone position, pulling the E-Golem off the king tower, just won us the game. So that was really good. That was really, really, really good. And I like facing matchups like that because it gives me a chance to show you guys that it is possible to beat the weird mid-ladder menace decks. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Please let me know if you did. Have a great rest of your day, and consider liking and subscribing and leaving a comment if you haven't already.